Welcome in, peeps. Sorry about the mix-up at the earlier starting of the streamage. I was having some problems. Turns out, well, first thing I noticed, that was a little too high up, which is telling me that yes, indeed, that somehow dragged itself up high for some dumb reason. That one probably would be fine there. All right. Pix, please tell me the sound came through on that. I know the visuals did, but please tell me the sound came through on that. Yeah. Oh my actual god. Why? Please explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm one. Why I can hear it, but chat can't. Please explain it. It's supposed to be outputting to the overlay. The overlay is obviously working because the visual popped up. So why the hell can't you hear it? I have no idea what to do. I heard it just fine. It's supposed to go to the overlay, which obviously worked because the visuals worked. So why? Oh, why? Control audio via OBS. Let's turn that on. Let's see if that makes a difference. Pix, you don't have to do it. I can test it. It should pop up just like you would have ran it. Tired, welcome in. Let's see if it works this time.
Years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, could find a little action.
You got motion scene set up? Nice. Pix, did you hear that one? Tired heard it. Okay, well, that's a start. So now I guess I just need to go to this and do that. All right, I'm going to run it one more time.
Years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, could find a little action.
Well, did you hear that one? Because I'm not. Now you guys are hearing it, but I'm not. Figure that one out. Make it make sense, please, for the love of God, make it make sense. Please make it make sense. The only thing I can think to do is add a second overlay and have one that gets sent, one that's doing what I just did to it so you guys can hear it, and then one that was the way it was before so I can still hear it. And more importantly, how's come I have monitor and output turned on, but yet I'm not monitoring it? You gotta go do some cleaning, but you gotta lurk. Okay, tired. Do the lurk command. I did a thing. Let me pause this. Do the lurk command. I did a thing. If it works.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Did you guys hear it? Because I can't hear it anymore. So you did hear it. Good. I'm still looking for the perfect one for the unlurk command. I haven't had any ideas for it yet, but I'm still thinking. I'm just at least you guys can hear it now. But how this is what's stupid. If I go to properties and set it to not be controlled via OBS, now if I play it, I hear it. But you guys did not hear that, I'm guessing, correct? I'm guessing you did not hear that. You could see the thing, but you couldn't hear it, right? And if I go in here and turn on control audio via OBS, now you guys would hear it. But for some dumb
I wonder
reason,
where a guy in
I
everyday
can no
Joe
longer
like
hear it.
myself could find a little action.
Proton, welcome in. Long time no see, man. How you doing? Hope you've been doing well. I'm having technical issues still, apparently. And there's an ad about to start. Sorry, Proton. Let's see if my other command worked. I think I have it set up to where when the ads hit, it should automatically trigger the ads command. Now, I've noticed that countdown ends a little before, because up on my stream manager, it still says starting soon. So when it actually starts, let's see if it triggers that command like it's supposed to. In the meantime, I need to figure out why. Oh, why? Now you guys can hear it, yet I can no longer hear it. All right. Hey, it worked. The ad started and the command triggered. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. Let's go into settings. Audio. Monitoring device. It should be the right one. So why I know here on the monitor? Wish Griffin was here so he could walk me through this while I'm actually sitting here looking at it. Well, it's supposed to be on the correct output.
Years after all, I wonder where
And
a
yeah, I'm
guy
still
in
not hearing
everyday
it.
Joe
Make it
like
make sense,
myself
please.
could find a little action.
Please make it make sense. What if I do this? Did you guys even hear that one? All good habits, what you're doing while you've been taking care of yourself by focusing on health. We'll be testing some casual streaming soon. Nice. You haven't seen an ad yet? Well, that's good. There was definitely an ad break, but sometimes if you join in like you did, like right before they hit, maybe you get to skip them. I don't know. Did you guys hear that last one that I triggered though? I know you should have seen the pop up, but did you hear it? Because honest to Christ, the only thing I could think of would be to add a second one where one of them set up to go to you guys and one of them set up to go to me. Let's try that. Let's try that. You got a super short one when you first came into stream. I gotcha. That might be why then. This is the only thing I can think of. I'm going to add another one of these. And set that up. Okay. Gonna drag that down to here. Gonna copy the thing here. We're going to paste that thing here. You mean the page ain't found? I just copied it from this one. Oh, don't give me this crap. Oh, I see what happened. I need to do that. And now it should be fine. Okay. Now, as long as these are both the same shape and size, which I can do by copying the transformation, pasting the transformation. Now, on this one, that is going to you guys, and this one should be coming to me. So now, so no rush, as you know, you're working through tech stuff, but when you're able, you would love to hear how I've been doing, how my holidays went. I will get to that in just a minute. Please let me know if you hear the sound that's about to play.
Years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, could find a little action.
Did you guys did you hear that? You love some Beetlejuice. I'm taking it you guys did hear that time. Yes, okay. So I have a temporary workaround until I can get with Griffin and figure out why it's not working the way I was expecting it to work the first time. So what happened was, as far as I can tell, although I'm still not understanding why it's not working, I have the overlay that pops up with the visual, and also that overlay plays the audio. And back to the game before you kill yourself, AFK. Okay, Pix. Obviously the visuals has been working fine. Why you guys weren't hearing the audio, I don't know. But when I switched it from the default having Mix It Up control the sound to having OBS control the sound, that changed it so you guys could hear it. But that meant I, for some reason, can no longer hear it. And even going into the advanced audio properties and setting it to monitor and output, instead of output only, I still was not hearing it when it was triggered. So what I did, I just added a second identical overlay. So as long as they're the same size and location on the screen, the visual overlay will overlap perfectly. So you would only see it once anyway. And then the one will broadcast to you guys, and then the other one is set to how the other one was before, so I can hear it. So now both of us can hear it. Let me just switch to a different scene really quick to make sure that change copied over to all of these, because my alerts are all in a group, and every single scene has that group, and I just added it to this one. I just want to make sure really quick that it transferred over to the other ones. So we can actually just switch over to this scene right here, because this would have it as well, and indeed. Perfect. OBS being OBSy as always. Yeah, probably. I just don't understand why monitor and output is not monitoring. It's only outputting. I double checked the settings, and the output device is indeed my speakers. So, not sure why. But regardless of whatever that cause was, I have a workaround. Hopefully it's a temporary workaround, but even if it's a permanent workaround, it's a workaround and it's working. So there's that. I think my favorite thing I've done for my own, when someone lurks, listen to this. This command is currently on cooldown. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's fix that. That shouldn't have a cooldown. That shouldn't have a global cooldown, I should say. It should only have a user cooldown. Let's fix that while I'm thinking of it. Cooldown. Per person, 900 seconds. There we go. Save that. Sometimes Windows just decides to mute stuff for no reason. I mean, it's probably an OBS thing, like specifically OBS, because now that because I could hear it before, and it's just an OBS thing. I'm sure it's just an OBS thing, but regardless, I have a workaround that's definitely working. So, all right, now that I got that sorted, check this out.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
I love it. That's got to be my favorite thing I've done this week. I'm trying to figure out what to put for my unlurk command. Still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. But yeah, for the most part, I'm really liking Mix It Up for my bot. Because I'm able to, first off, I'm able to trigger the automated ads command when an ad starts. Like as soon as the ad actually starts, it automatically triggers that command. So that saves me from having to do it. It saves any of you guys from having to do it. It just does it automatically. And even better, for my raid calls at the end, before I would have to do 2 separate commands, one for the subscriber raid call and one for the follower, or one for the non-subscriber, basically, raid call. Now I just do one command and it automatically triggers both of them to pop up in chat. And I even figured out a way to get it to show my emotes, because normally the old way, it would just use I was using Stream Elements before. So Stream Elements would broadcast the message, right? But Stream Elements is not a subscriber. So when the emotes pop up, it's just the names of the emotes instead of the visuals on the emotes. And I'm able to figure out a way on the raid calls here. I'm able to send the message as myself. So when the raid calls hit later tonight, when I raid out, you'll see the first one, which is the subscriber one. It's going to look like I'm the one that sent it. And then the regular raid call for the non-subscribers, it'll look like my bot here sent it. But by doing it that way, the emotes show up because it looks like I'm the one that sent it. And when you're, you know, Proton, you know how it is. When you're the streamer, you're automatically subscribed to yourself. So that way the emotes actually show up. It just looks like I'm the one that sent it instead of my bot, but that's no big deal to me. I care more about the raid call getting out correctly. Okay, so I know Pix's here command now works, so I'm sure her buy command will work as well because they're set up the same. The only difference is what they're called. And everything else is set up the same. Now that I have this audio workaround going, I'm not worried about it because it should be working now because everything else is set up the same way. And when Mac gets here, I'll have her try her squirrel command. Not even I can trigger her squirrel command, by the way. It's a user-only command. At least I don't think I can. I've never tried. Nope. Literally only Mac can trigger that command. Not even me. Although, I can give you a quick demo of it with my test here. Watch this.
Squirrel!
I made that just for Mac for when I get off track. But let's drag this. Let's first off put this back on this mode here. And we can drag this back over here and minimize that. Anyway, now back to your question about my holidays and whatnot. Honestly speaking, life is pretty terrible right now. But surviving. That's all you can do. Holidays were fine. It was a nice enough holiday. But life as a whole is pretty shit right now, not gonna lie. But just waking up, breathing, going back to sleep. Vertical and ventilating is how I like to put it now. But let's get into the meat of tonight's stream. I'm only a flippin' hour late because of technical issues, but it is what it is. This is not the world I wanted. Although, since I'm here, this I will go ahead and remind everybody that may or may not have seen this before. This is the inspiration for the park that I am building on the Casual Prime server. This was a park on my other server, well, on the old world on my other server. And it's just, even, I mean, from the air it looks great, but from the ground, I mean, how nice does this park look, huh? Let me turn my sounds all the way up. And if the sounds get too loud, let me know. I'll adjust them in OBS. But I have sound mods and everything that give ambience and whatnot. Starting to hear that, man. Vertical and ventilating is a great way to put it, indeed. Been doing that a lot yourself. Here for your friend, message on Discord. I appreciate it, man. There's not much anybody can really do. I mean, it's just one of those things. Hear those birds? Hear the wind? The footsteps are a different sound depending on what I'm walking on. And then, even better yet, let's throw on some shaders. This park really shows itself off when you got shaders turned on. I mean, look at this place. Picture this park, but literally 10 times larger. And with a river instead of a pond. This is the inspiration for the park. And if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't have realized it. I didn't realize it for a very long time. But there are technically only 5 trees in this park. Just 5. There's like 7 over here because this one came from somewhere else in the city. This one came from somewhere else in the city. I'm not going to use that one. I may use this one. So that means there's actually 6 trees potentially in the park. But that one is currently not. This one is. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Those are the only 5 trees in this park. They're not even rotated around to make them look different. They're all like this one here. It's always with that notch facing that direction. So let's find another one. Here's another one. Notch facing that direction. Here's another one. Notch facing that direction. See, when I do it, I will be rotating these trees around. So they're facing random different directions. But even if I don't do that, if I didn't mention that there was only 5 trees in this park, would you have noticed it right away? I sure as hell didn't. And I looked at this park for over a year and a half before that world ended. It wasn't until I was making these preparations that I discovered, hey, there's only 5 trees in here. This one here, though, this one's the big one. This tree alone takes an entire shulker box of leaves between dark oak and spruce. One entire box. And there's, I think, 4 or 5 of them in this park. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them in this park. So to maintain the same density, multiply this size literally by 10. Maybe even 12, because I have expanded the park even farther since then. So it might even be closer to 11 or 12 times the size now. But it's at least 10, I know that. So to maintain the density, that's 40 of these trees. At a shulker box apiece. That's 40 shulker boxes of leaves just for these trees alone. Much less the other 4 tree types. Nice looking custom trees there. Yeah, I didn't design these trees. A friend of mine did. She's the one that built this whole park. But like, gonna have a few of these dotted around the river. There's gonna be a few of these dotted around the river. There's gonna be some of these dotted around all the pathways. You know, light poles. Not these specific ones because these are pricey. Anvils, hoppers, and dispensers. I'm not using dispensers for nothing. I will find another design for these. The lanterns will probably be a thing, but the rest of it probably not. You know, benches. You know, little bushes. Mac is going to add in some rock piles or boulders here and there. There's going to be a bunch of these gazebos with some barbecue pits and picnic tables. There's going to be at least 2 of these, but probably bigger than these. Probably bigger, but at least 2 of them. One on each side of the river. You know, it's just going to really pull itself together if I do it right. If being the operative word there. But, I mean, just look at this place. Not sure why the taller grass is gone from around the water here on this side. Not sure about that. Maybe that's a world edit copy error. I don't know. But anyway, you're gonna see probably almost photocopies of these buildings. But just a different layout. And let's go to the actual world. I went to the wrong world. And then here is the actual park. I still need to, this is what we're going to be doing first tonight. We're going to be finishing up these pathways for sure. I have to add in the new ones because there was a plot here. Right through here, there was a plot. I took that out. And then from here over to there was a diagonal plot. I took that out. So now I have all this extra room. I need to add a pathway through it. This side of the river's pathway is done. I have already done it. I took what Jen started off with, and I just gave it the finishing touches. I still need to give this half of the river that treatment. You can see how patchy it is here because Jen just didn't get around to getting it done before she had to move, and she's just been too busy since the move to get back on. You never did get the hang of building. It was pretty decent at survival and stuff back in the day, but building is another story. I am terrible at building. Everything I do is based off of someone else's work. Even the stuff that I, quote unquote, technically designed myself. Like this building here, I technically designed that myself, but that's a real life building in the city where I live. This building here, I technically designed it myself, but again, it's a real life building. Ooh, look at the reflections on that glass. Ain't that pretty? I wish it... Ooh, it does stay when I zoom in. Normally when you zoom in, the reflections stop. Love it. But that's another building in the city, and those two buildings are actually in the correct positions to each other. That one there is another building in the city where I live. And it's also sitting in the correct position. This building here, I sort of technically designed, but it was completely inspired by an existing building. The scale was just wrong to fit the plot, so I just upscaled it. And the upscale took a little bit of a change with the design, so it's not quite exact, but it's heavily based off of that. Mac, welcome in. Mac, do your command.
Squirrel!
How do you like it, Mac? That's what I wanted it to be the whole time. Yeah, Mac, more issues. Stream still wasn't hearing it, but I figured out a workaround. It's a whole thing. Long story short, I had to add a second overlay that's identical, with one of them being controlled by OBS so you guys can hear it, and the other one not controlled by OBS so I can hear it, because it was one or the other before. So the long and short of it, I got it solved. Even if it's not solved in the best possible way, it's solved, it's working, that's all that matters. This building here, again, that's the Sears Tower in Chicago. So, you know, didn't design that. I just made a facsimile in the game. Someone else built that building. Someone else built this building. Someone else built that building. Someone else built that building. All I did with, let me get down here. All I did with this building was change the material. Someone else built that building. Someone else built that building. Someone else built that building. So I did design this, but I mean, oh yeah, that's just super creative. Squares. Well, cubes, technically. Cubes slightly staggered around each other. Ooh. But, and RU Prime built that building, because the rest of the city, let's pull up the map. The downtown section here was my part of the city. The rest of the city is open for everybody else on the server to come build on. And so far, L has built something here, Jen built something here, Pix built something here, Jas is building a cathedral here, and RU Prime built these bubbles, spheres, domes, double domes. I mean, it makes it a sphere when it's a double dome. But he said he's still not done with it. He's gonna fill them with something, but he doesn't know what yet. But and Jas is still working on the cathedral. You can see it's still under construction. But this is the park. You can see how big it is. If you picture that other park that I just showed off, its entire width would come over to this road here. It would have that little flat spot, and then it would diagonally curve over to here. So that whole park takes up this small corner. And I have all the rest of this. It's literally 10 to 12 times the size. Rough couple months working through it. Yep, Proton. I saw the P, and Pyro came out of my mouth. I hear you. Full blast, Pyro. That's exactly what's going on with me, pretty much. But yeah, Jen, like this side over here, this is exactly as Jen left it. I haven't touched this side yet. Jen also had this side mostly done. I just went through and added a little more to it. I'll be doing the same treatment on this side of the river. I did this path myself. Jen had the layout, but it was just the layout. It hadn't been like done yet. It was literally just path blocks marking where it was going to go. And it was a few streams ago, like maybe last month sometime, where I got this done. I was actually amazed because it was like the first time ever that I finished the project that I intended to do on stream, on the stream. I actually got it done on the stream. It was amazing. But I have since taken out this road here up to this road. This road back here stayed. This road here stayed. This road here stayed. But from here down is gone, and then these two roads are gone. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to get rid of that, and then we need to bury the torches again. I've already done the burying of the torches as well on the actual server. I got to readjust the light poles. This one stayed. I just changed it to here. This one's gone. I added one there. That one got taken out. That one got rotated around. And I added one in here. And with this one, I can't remember which one I left, but I left one of them and took the other one out. And then here, where this is, all I did, I took the gravel and I backed it up. That's not gravel. Here's gravel. I can't remember how far down I brought it, but I just made all of this gravel. That's dirt, obviously, so it would turn into grass. And then I did the same thing here. I just lined this edge. Well, well, that same thing happened on the server too. I can't remember if I went farther than that or what, but I basically just lined this edge with gravel because right here's a culvert that Mac made. So the river, technically, it is swimmable. So you can technically go under the river, under the roadways. So this river actually does flow through to the other side. So that's all I did. Mac's the one that did the culvert. Like I said, all I did was line the edge with gravel here. And yeah, that's the first thing we're going to have to do. Although, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I might just go make a schematic and import it over here. Because that'll certainly save the time. In fact, let's do that. That'll absolutely save time. I mean, world edit's nice and everything, but world that it's nice and all, but first off, let's sleep. You had to run away from doing tree chopping due to the scary pillagers. You think they are pillagers. You want me to come and kill them for you? Oh, by the way, Pix, you can do your command more than once, by the way. I don't have it limited, I don't think. Show Mac your command. If you want to, anyway. You don't have to. This needs to be...
Years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action.
There you go. Alright, I am going to grab right here. First off, let's turn off shaders so I can see what I'm doing here. That would be good. And then we will come over here and grab there's a street kind of came through here. So I don't have to grab, I can grab all the way over to right about here. Okay. Right about here. And then I need it to go down by 1 block. So make that 62. So that should be encompassing that block there. And I need it to go up to whatever the top of that is. That's 7 blocks tall, so we add 7 to that, so that'd be 70. That should grab this whole area. This is how it sits for real. And then I'm gonna lower it down 1 more just to be sure. And we'll save schematic. We'll just call this temp extent. It's close enough. This will literally be deleted as soon as it's placed on the other world here. So now I may have to replace with air. Wi-Fi is dying on you, so be back later. Sorry you're having issues, Mac. It just seems to be one of them days. It just seems to be one of those days where everything has to be an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and set air here because I don't know if placing the new schematic will override the old stuff or not. So I'll override the old stuff first. All right, and we need our stick. We need to load the temp extent load, create placement, and then we need to move schematic here. So we'll do this. There we go. And now we can paste. And just like that, we are rocking and rolling. Now I can unload that. I will hopefully remember to delete that file later from my schematics. But there we go. We're ready to roll. I need to grab the shovel and start planning the layout now. But yeah, hopefully Mac, why are words so hard most of the time? Mac, hopefully your Wi-Fi behaves itself soon. We'll have an entrance here. And then where it's swinging around here, it can continue on around here like this. Just have it meander a little ways, just random like. It can come around here, where it can meet right back up with that. And then from here, it can continue on this way. Now over here, there's going to be, this is where the tour center is going to be. Travel center, welcome center, whatever you want to call it. Gonna build a little welcome center, and there's gonna be stables back here that'll give horseback tours of the entire city. That was L's idea. So now that we have this, we have an entrance there. We have an entrance from the welcome center. Should we have, here's the real question. Should we have one connecting through here? So if you're along over here, you're like, oh, I want to go over here after all. You don't have to turn around and go all the way back. No, I think I'll leave it as it is. So there's the rough layout of this side. Got to fill in that corner there. Oh, you know what it is? My my little schematic here overrode that. That's fine. I have another one where it is done right back here. I've pasted this city twice. I've done this city twice. Oh, look. Downtown. Downtown. I'll just come over here and grab this little corner. Grab my wand. I only really need, well, let's grab from here actually over to here. And copy. We can clear that. And we'll head back to the other one and get it pasted in. I just remembered I forgot to turn the music back on. Fun. There we go. I paused it because I was having trouble concentrating. That's one of my things. If there's sounds going on, I have trouble concentrating sometimes. So I shut the music off so I can concentrate. And then I forgot to turn it back on because of course I did. Now, I think I was right here. Paste. There we go. Like it never happened. All right. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. And let me go over and check the other side of the city just to finalize pathway. Because I'll be working on them and I want to make sure it's the way I like it before I put all the work into it. Know what I mean? All right, we got an entrance here. Loops around, goes down. There's an entrance there. I'm debating on adding another entrance like right here. That way you don't have to go all the way down and all the way down. I say entrance, I just mean like where the pathway goes right up to the sidewalk, because it's not going to be fenced in. You know, nothing's forcing you to stay on the pathways. So we just have the path going through there. And then, of course, it connects over to there. Connects over to here. Connects over to here again. Although I think if we're going to have one here, I think it probably should go through. Because you come in from over here and you take the shortcut through the park to get over here rather than down and around. Because why would this need to be here with that one right there, right? It's like you could just go down here. What do you guys think? Should I leave these connectors in or take them out? I'm torn about it. Decisions. I think I'll take it out. See, because I could put one of the playgrounds here, or I could put one of the barbecue areas here. Although I'm kind of leaning toward making the barbecue areas like, or over here in the middle maybe. Gotta go cook some dinner. Glad you had a chance to see you a bit in this evening. Take care. Okay, Proton, thanks for swinging in. Appreciate you. Have a good dinner. Hope it's nice and yummy. Did I already cover up the... Did I really already cover up the, That wasn't the button I wanted. I mean, it was. I did. Yeah, I hope you have a good dinner. There it is. Nailed it. First try. Yeah, I was gonna put speed beacons all the way through the city, but I've changed my mind. Because I wanted to have the whole area covered, but it would have been a lot of beacons. The beacons are no longer a problem. There's a Wither Skull farm on the server now, so as long as you got the money, you got the beacons. I got a bunch. I was gonna put them throughout the city, but I wanted to cover just the city. So like the beacon beam would have stopped right at the edge of the sidewalk here. And in order to do that, they would have been right in the middle of the street here. And the park right there, as you saw. But if you continue that line on this side, it's no longer in the streets. It would have been up in the inside the buildings. And that's no bueno. So that was pretty much what sold me, because I would have had to move it over a little bit, which would have moved it away from that far sidewalk, which would have eliminated the entire purpose. So now on the server, I will be digging those beacons up. I'm not going to just leave them there, but for now, I just covered them over. All right, I'm delaying because I don't really want to do this because this is boring. But if I'm thinking this is boring, I don't even want to imagine the grind to get the leaves. All right, well, let's just do one material at a time. That's the way Jen does it. We'll just start with coarse dirt and do one. Well, technically, we already have the first material done, the path block. So we'll just one material at a time. Random intervals, random locations. And it's just going to be a lot of this over and over and over. But the end result is going to be nice. This is the end result right there. That looks nice. So it may suck, it may be boring, but it'll look good in the end. And that's the important part. Already got one there. See how easy that was? One material's done. We'll do multiple passes, of course. Let's do this one next. If I could place these blocks right the first time would be nice. Meryl, aw, I like Meryl. It's the water version of Pikachu, basically. All right, next material. Gotta move all these down. So this top row is materials I've done. I don't need this. Why do I have that for? Now the thing about basalt that's cool, it's got two textures. So I can use it twice as often. I can do one sideways like that, and then one straight up and down like that. And technically three textures, because I can do it sideways like that as well. Now I'm not going to do those that close together. It's just showing the options. Like I said, it's boring, but it's necessary, and the end result is going to be awesome. All right, next, a little polished deep slate. Some of these I'll want more often than others. The polish I'll want less often, since it's polished, it's not as worn down. But like the cobbled stuff, yeah, I'm gonna want a lot of that. Also just trying to fill in the empty spaces first. That does make it a little tricky the closer we get to the end of the materials here. But it's fine. Do some Podzol next. Oop, I forgot to put any of this down here. I also am trying to remember that it's not just a singular path. It's going to be like 3 to 4 blocks wide. So I'm trying to alternate sides of the blocks as well. And the path block isn't necessarily the center of the path either. It could be either edge as well. It's just... There's an actual art form to this that you wouldn't expect, but it's true. And Jen has it down to a science. I mean, this is Jen's work, and look how good that looks, and it's not even done. Let's do some andesite. This is one of the ones that I can expect to see a little bit more of. So I can do this one a little more frequently. If I can place the blocks right, would be great. Okay, do some mud bricks next. Sometimes I'll have them touching each other, but a lot of times I won't. More often than not, I won't, as a matter of fact. I'll do one there. And let's skip that song. Let's do some muddy mangrove roots. This is another one that has multiple textures to it, which is great. Got the top there. Got the side there. Of course, you got the other side like that. This is one of the ones I can expect to see some more of. It's the polished stuff, like I said, that really needs to be used sparingly. Okay. Move on to regular stone now. Put stone right next to andesite there. That'd be a nice little blend. I mean, I've only done, what, 9 materials now? In just 9 materials, it's already taken shape. You can see how genius this process really is once you can see it in action. I mean, you see the end result, sure, but when you see how it's done, you're like, man, that's smart. Is it time consuming to make all these trips back and forth? Yes. But it makes it easier to place the various materials more randomly. Do some moss blocks. You can expect to do a lot of these, actually. Actually, let's not do that. Because that's going to be part of the schematic when I go to reproduce this on the server. And I don't want to have extra materials that I don't actually need on the list. I mean, I always grab extra anyway, but I don't want to have to plan for more than I actually need. All right. We can do cobble next, sure. Lots of cobble. Cobble definitely more frequent here. Ah. Was that a path block I broke? I think it was. Wanted it to go there. All right. Do some rooted dirt now. This one can be in here a little more frequently as well. It's like if you dig down in dirt, you know, especially with all the trees that's going to be around, you're absolutely gonna run into some roots when you dig down around trees. So it's just like the dirt just got worn down to the dirt, into the dirt so deep, you're running into some roots. So I absolutely can figure seeing this more frequently. Okay. Do some mud now. Boy, that is a satisfying sound, isn't it? Yeah. Such a good sound. At least I think it is. Some people might not like it. Okay. Do some smooth basalt. I'm so glad I figured out how to do the automated command when the ad starts. That's so good. All right, let's do some ye old gravel. Lots of gravel. The same reason. The other part, the path was entirely gravel. Nothing wrong with it. I just wanted mine to be a little more non-uniform. That makes any sense. Also, this path doesn't have to be solid. There can absolutely be patches of grass that stay there. But it definitely needs to be limited, because it's supposed to be a well-worn path. Do some dripstone now. I think dripstone also is another one that has multiple sides, right? Got the top. And yeah, that's the side. That's the side. Okay, it's the same all the way around. I'll leave that hole there for another material. Lauren, welcome in. How you doing today? We are, well, we're not building the park. We're still designing the park. We're still in the design phases. This is my creative world. You can see a second copy of the server, or my city, right over there. This is just a copy. But building the pathways from scratch. This one here, and this one here. And then we have these ones over here to do the exact same thing too. And then all of the existing ones, I will be giving a once over to make it more like this one. And I'll even be giving this one a once over because I've added materials to this one and these ones here that are not in this one. So I'll go through and add those in just so they're consistent. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I definitely want the ends, like right where you come in and out of the park. I want these to for sure be real thick and solid of a pathway. But then the rest of the time, you know, it can have thin spots in it. I mean, I still have a couple more materials to go, and then I'll be doing another pass or two, filling in random spots as needed. But there can absolutely be some thin spots. You know, not everybody walks in the same places every time. But, I hope you and Eunice are doing good. All right, just a couple more to go here. Got some tough and then some mossy cobble. I'm trying to look ahead. I'm looking ahead while when it gets close enough, I place it. I'm not even looking where I'm placing. Thinking about trying Conan modded. Never heard of that, so I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously it's a game, but outside of that, couldn't tell you what it's about or anything. Conan the Barbarian, okay. Didn't know they made a game off of that. See, my eyes are actually up here. And I'm not even really looking where I'm placing. My peripherals can see that highlighted block real well. That's kind of what I'm aiming at. That's why occasionally I'll miss the placement because I'm not really looking. All right. And finally, mossy cobble. Definitely get a lot of this. Especially cobble next to mossy as well. That would be good. And next to gravel. It's old, but the mods are sweet looking. Best castles and parts you've seen in a long time. Nice. All right, first pass is done. Now that's pretty damn good for the first pass. I'll do at least one more pass, probably two. But that's pretty good for one pass. I dig it. I dig it. We'll start back over at the top, work our way back through. Try to not put it next to where it's already been placed. At least not super close. See, there's some there, so I'll skip a little ways before I put it again. I hopped on 7 days a couple days ago. Still no luck with any new books, but I made some new vehicles just because I could. And I've discovered that they actually do tell you how fast they move. Like in actual speed. And as it turns out, both of the helicopters have the same speed. I thought that smaller one would have been a little faster. It just feels faster because it's more maneuverable, but as far as actual moving speed, they are the same. But I built the Mustang ripoff, whatever they call it, the Cobra or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what they call it in the game, but it's supposed to be like a Mustang. And I built the Charger. I built two more of the military vehicles. And a few other things. One more thing. I built a couple things. I built 3 cars. I remember that. But the 4x4 is actually faster than the Charger. Believe it or not. 4x4, I think it's 22 meters per second. And why it's in meters per second instead of kilometers per hour or miles per hour even, I couldn't begin to tell you. But the 4x4 is 22 meters per second, I think, and the Charger's like 21. And the Mustang, whatever it's called, I think is also like 20 or 21, something like that. So the Charger and the Mustang one. If the Mustang one's faster than the Charger, but it handles like crap. It handles like absolute crap. It doesn't turn for nothing. You start turning, it takes 4 to 5 business days for you to actually start turning. 4x4 handles so much better. So I'm just sticking with the 4x4 for my land vehicle. I just really want to finish gathering all those books. I'm so close that the little bit of the completionist that's in me is screaming at me to finish the set. It's just hard when every trader you go to doesn't have one, and every place you look that you find books in, it's never the ones you need. I've been crafting more ammo. I've been starting to make armor piercing 9mm. Because we got tons of the 7.62. So I switched over to 9mm. Because I think all 3 of us use the 9mm. I don't use the 44 as much as I used to. I'm almost honestly considering removing it from my arsenal, although it does come in handy sometimes. So that's why I haven't yet. Because you know how it gets. Sometimes you go do a task and it's like an infested clear or something, and it's a little more infested than you were anticipating it to be, and all of a sudden you're running around running from 5 irradiated what's the word? The wild ones or whatever they're called, the berserks, whatever they're called. Can't remember what they're called. Well, the ones where they run at you instead of just walk. No, not the mini bosses. They have a name. I can't remember what it is though. No, not the crawlers. For the love of Christ, why can't I think of the name? No, they're any zombie can be that way, but instead of just walking, you know, they'll run at you. They're like hyperactive or whatever. I can't think of what they're called. Once I stop thinking about it, my brain will click in and remember. That's the way it usually goes. As soon as I stop thinking, I'll remember it. It's driving me nuts. Let's look up the answer here. Let's look it up. Feral. That's the word. Feral zombies. All of a sudden, you're running from a group of irradiated feral zombies, and you're plowing through them, but there's just so many of them, your ammo runs out, and they're still coming at you, so you don't have time to wait for a reload, so you have to switch to a different gun, and then before you know it, you've plowed through 3 out of your 4 guns, and all you're left was with your sidearm. And your sidearm is the fastest to reload because drop the magazine, slide at another one, and you're ready. So that's the main reason I haven't gotten rid of my 44 yet. But I really, it's like my last resort gun, basically. Ooh, that was moss. Whoops. Yeah, I really want to finish out my book collection. After that, I don't know what to do, because after that, there's nothing else for me to look for. Because I've gotten all the books. All my skill points are maxed out. And at that point, I'll be able to make, craft, cook, anything. It'll be handy once I find the one Wasteland Treasures Volume 4 specifically, because when I get that one, I can make mineral water, which hydrates twice as well as regular water. So that'll be handy. But like after I get all those though, it's like, what are we gonna do? It's like I can make everything. There's nothing else to find. As much as I hate starting fresh worlds, it might be about that time. But I would definitely want to finish my collection first, because the completionist in my brain won't let me not finish it. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, it's like as much as I hate it, it's like because I hate starting things fresh. But when you get as far as I did, you know, it's like what's left. I have 8 books left, just 8 out of the hundreds that there are. All the magazines are maxed out. I'm only missing 8 regular volume books. And that's it. Plus, if we start a new world, we can make sure everything's up to date. And hopefully we won't have those horrific lag spikes. Because those lag spikes get brutal. I just went to the Horde base the other day to get more ammo. And just driving by the old one, just the lag was unbelievable. I think it might actually have to do with those sentry dudes, because it's like they're constantly scanning for zombies. So it's like, yeah, they're handy to defend your regular base to an extent, but you know, you have like at the old Horde base, there's like what 5 or 6 of them crammed around that small little area, where we have 5 or 6 around the entire prison, or you know, they're less crammed in. I don't know what it is, but something about going over there, it's just very laggy for me. And it was already laggy on Blood Moon nights. Like right up until the Horde itself actually starts. Once the Horde actually starts, the lag goes away. So I have no idea what's up with that. Be right back, dog break. All right. Oop, that was moss. Whoops. Moss is next anyway. How convenient. I like putting moss next to the moss carpets because it looks a little more natural that way, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. It feels like it is. Thanks. It's not my technique. I'm just doing what Jen explained when she does it. Can't argue with the end results though. This was nothing. This looked just like this, like less than an hour ago, or like right at an hour ago. That's what this looked like, and now it looks like this. You see, I still need to come through what Jen has done and add the blocks that I've added. But you can't argue with the technique. Whoops. I didn't mean to break that one, but okay. No big deal. I don't want two of those right next to each other. We can do that, though. I didn't realize I had done that. It's cold outside for you, Pix? Let's see how cold it is here. It is 36. Ooh, boy, we got snow moving in here. Yuck. Yeah, let me do this. See if you guys can see that. Of course, the screen is there. We go. That blue is precipitation, and you can see all the white shit that's moving at me. You have a new half inch. We had an inch or two on Saturday, but it's all melted already. You're sure it's colder than 41? I mean, if it's windy. The temperatures that they show never include the wind chill, so if it's windy, it'll feel colder than that. So yeah, we got that white crap moving in, but I ain't got nowhere to go, so bring it on. Dump a mountain on me, I don't care. Back in the day, I would have cared, because back in the day, I had places to go. Not no more. So I feel like Joe and Family Guy when that irradiated mouse walks up and it's huge. Bring it on! Yeah, that regular cobble would go great right there. I need to thicken this area here up. That's a little too thin. Maybe one there. You guys know the reference I made there? I know I reenacted it, but like if you haven't seen the clip, I didn't do it justice at all. Pictured Patrick Warburton screaming that phrase, and that's how awesome it sounded. Rooted dirt's fine. Some there. Some right there. Close enough, yeah. Ooh, I didn't realize that was rooted dirt right there. We'll throw in some El Muddo. It's next up on the list anyway. Right there's fine. There's some there. There's some there. Guess we could do some near it, just not right next to itself. Proximity is fine. Contact is not. Very rarely do I want the same two blocks next to each other directly. Like right here. I don't like that. Right down here's a thin spot. I could use one there. Use one there. Maybe right there. Maybe right there. That end's done. Squeeze one in there. You'll be back? All right, Torn.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy I figured that out and thought to do it in the first place. So happy I figured that out. Love it. Let's do some of this. Maybe not that. Let's do some tough. I don't think I did a lot of tough. I'm not back in 5 minutes. Just wait longer. Love it. Oh, I say that all the time in real life. I love that movie so much. There's a good spot. Right there's a good spot. Right there's a good one. There's fine. there would be good. Maybe right there. Maybe right there. There, perhaps. You know what? I think that's pretty good, actually. I wanted it nice and solid here. Yeah, I think it's a little too straight, though. I'm gonna give this the old shiftaroo. No, you go there. You go there. You go there. Just to make it a little less straight. That'll work. Not great. I might fiddle around with it more. I don't know. I think that's a good. This spot right here is a little thin, though, now that I'm looking at it. What's missing? That's better. That spot's fine. I mean, this one's the thinnest spot right here. We can just do a little bit of that and that. And there we go. I think that's a pretty good place to call it on this one for now. Might give the whole thing a final once over once I get each individual section done. And then we'll just do the whole thing, just give it a flyover and give it a peek. Yeah, I like that a lot. I really do like that. And to think, this started off as nothing but a layout. This was identical to this in appearance. In just an hour. That's all it took. Not even an hour. A lot of it was just technical issues. And flying around and doing other stuff. I am sleepy today for some reason. I didn't get as much sleep as I was expecting or hoping for. I was up pretty late. All right. This one is missing. I'm only going to use what's missing from these. I've added this, 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 this. I don't see any rooted dirt or regular mud. Or packed mud, I should say. I see regular mud. All right, so this is what we're missing so far that I've noticed. I'm sure there's others. Oh yeah, regular stone and andesite. That's missing. All right, let's just start rolling through here. Filling in some random spots. Giles man, he's a big fat fucking bitch. Best part about singing a Cartman song, even if you're off key, that's fine because Cartman's always off key. Whoopsie doozy. Ooh, I forgot about this river down here. Did you guys know there used to be a third part of this river going through my town? The river used to cut through right here. In fact, when I first started, my original house was built right here. Hence, that's why that's where the entrance to the basement used to be, because it used to be inside the house right here. And there used to be a river that ran right through here, about like this, give or take. I think it should be. Yeah, you can see it. My basement's cutting through it now. But if we break through right here, you'll see more river, where I have actually filled it in, because the river used to come up way wider than that. It used to be really narrow right here, but I expanded it out. This is all man-made. I made this. Oh man, I forgot to switch it back to Minecraft. I showed you the weather and then I forgot to switch it back because I'm a dumpty. Yeah, the river used to be a lot wider here, and the ground used to be much narrower up here. Case in point, here's the original riverbed. I covered it over, and then Mac made this edge here. This is all Mac's work here, isn't it great? Could you tell that this isn't natural? If I didn't tell you that this edge wasn't natural, would you have known? But in addition to the original riverbed here, the river itself used to cut through here. Mac actually did this riverbed twice. This is Mac's river edge as well. Mac did this because I covered this river over. This river came all the way back here, all the way through, all the way back to here. So it started over there and winded its way all the way back around here. In fact, I think yeah, there's more of it here. All this is where I placed it, so I covered all this over too. That's one thing. What is this? I've never seen this before. I wonder if this is Jen's, because I've never seen this before. Interesting. That makes me want to go see where it goes. Interesting. And that goes right underneath the river here. Huh. I may be squirreling out here, but this is just sheer curiosity at this point. I want to know where this goes now. My guess is that it's Jen's because of the location. It's right here. I bet this will go right over to Jen's. I bet you. Yep. It's Jen's. Come on, you can fly. Come on. Or not. See where it comes out. Oop, I'm out of rockets. Have to remedy that when I land. Almost out of food too. Perhaps. Oop, that was not the box, was it? There we go. All right. Let's see if we can find this train station. I bet this is it right here. Nope. I was wrong. I was wrong. Let's see if I can find where it comes in. Doesn't look like she's finished it yet, actually. Here it is. She has yet to complete it. Stick off my hotbar. Where was that at? There it is. A real question is, first off, Lightmatica can be a little glitchy if you are holding control to scroll through your hotbar while you're holding a stick in your hotbar. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Here it is. Now, where does this go? And to think Jen built this tunnel because she says she's, quote, not good at flying. And yet here I am flying right through this tunnel that she built to avoid flying. It's not even done this direction. Aha. This path goes over to spawn. So that's literally Jen's way of getting to spawn without going through the nether or flying. That's funny. You can see the difference. You've seen the finished product on the world, on the single player world, versus just path block layout. I gotta fix my sky. My sky is borked. In fact, let me remind myself. I got my phone set to remind me to do that. Well, while I'm here, how about we take a quick peek with shaders at the city. By the way, fun fact, the inside of this building actually receives rainfall. Because rain falls through carpet over string. If you didn't know that, fun fact. Carpet over string lets rain fall right through it. It took so long. It took so long to do this. Between procrastination, resource gathering, and build time. Mostly procrastination. This is almost 2 years worth of work. Just about 2 full years of work. I wonder if you can actually see the ground from here or not. I'm curious now. Or if we're literally too high to be able to see it. Now, how's my landing skills? Missed it. Nailed it. There we go. You literally can't see the ground from here. That's how tall we are. It is just out of range too. We're like 1 or 2 blocks too tall to see the ground. Fact. Really? Are you shitting me? I'm standing right here and it flies all the way the hell over there? What kind of shit is that? There it is. Those two, really? 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 I'm standing right here and it flies all the way over there, all the way over there, and all the way over there. And if that ain't some bullshit, I don't know what is. But yeah, we're like 2 blocks too tall to see the ground. How funny is that? Well, damn it. I nailed it once. You meant to tell me I ain't gonna be able to do it again? Come on. Ah, just missed it. Well, it'll be much easier to land on a full block than on a wall. So, I'll just gather up these pieces. And, if I can find them all. That's the real trick. Can I find them all? think I got them all. Really? Are you kidding me? Did I bounce or did I literally miss it again? I really suck at flying, apparently. Well, flying ain't the hard part. It's the landing that's hard, apparently. I bounced. There we go. I did get all of them first, right? Okay. There we go. Well, I ain't gonna do that again. That was dumb. Although I wasn't expecting those blocks to fly off of the edge when I'm standing right there to grab them. So much nonsense about this game sometimes, I swear. Let's do some barrel roll flying, because that's always fun. Whee! Alright, enough messing around. Enough messing around. Let's get back to work. Anything to avoid that, right? How did I get down here? I know I free cammed my way in here, but how did I physically get in here? Oh wait. Right. Let's right here. I was putting these in. Yikes. You know what really sucks? I have to do all this twice. I have to come through and place all these same blocks in the same places one more time. Let's do this part first, then we'll do the new one. Just remembered I want to use these a little more sparingly. Butt rock or not, that song's fun. It would help if you break the grass block first, bruh. Good grief. Maybe I'm more tired than I thought I was. Oop. Yep, that one has to be sideways. It's not worth taking the time to build a platform to place it on. Whoops. What was that? Oh well, it'll be that now. Time for some foods. Frito pies. Nice. Pix, enjoy your food. Frito pie sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. Keep breaking crap I don't want to break. Guess I should look more carefully where I'm placing things. That would probably be the smart thing to do. As full as I got from dinner, I'm starting to get hungry again. I mean, I was full. I was full. And now I'm seriously starting to get hungry again. And I ain't even been that long. Maybe I just ate too fast. Because I was kind of in a hurry. Because I slept in a little later than I was planning to. And I was on a time crunch so I can start stream on time, even, and it's a good thing too, because if I ended up being late starting the stream, I'd have been even later getting going because of all the technical shit I had to do. It had issues and everything, and would have been even later. So I'm glad I rushed, but maybe that's why. I think I just ate too fast. I really hope that rooted dirt is easier to farm than Griffin wanted to make it seem yesterday, because I'm using a lot of it here. Why do I keep doing that? I keep breaking blocks I don't want to break. If it's taking this long with creative mode, I don't even want to think about how long this is going to take in survival once I have all the stuff to do it. Because I get to fly around. To do this. This end has dirt, or the packed mud, I mean. The other end does not. Where did the packed mud leave off? It left off somewhere, because here's some. There's some, yeah, it's still coming around here. Maybe it had it the whole time and I just didn't realize it did. That's probably more reasonable. I noticed this does not have dripstone, so we can add dripstone. It doesn't really have moss, so I'll add moss as well. Well, since I made it this far, I'll just start at the far end here and work my way back. I'm not really talking that much, guys. It's just, I mean, you can see what I'm doing, and honestly, I'm just kind of zoning out to the music more than anything. Again, jeez Louise. But by letting my mind just kind of zone out to the music, it's letting it be a little bit more random. Random yet calculated at the same time. If that makes sense. All right. Do back through with andesite now. Trying to thicken up these thinner areas here. This whole album is a banger. I just realized there's not any regular cobblestone in here yet. Move that in next. Ah, that was mud, wasn't it? Yeah. If it wasn't for the sound that mud makes, I wouldn't have realized what that block was. Oh, not stone. Andesite. Okay, regular cables. Oop, that was mud. Packed mud, wasn't it? Hard to believe this album will be 22 years old this year. Every time I realize that albums that I listened to growing up are that old, it makes me feel old, as I am. I'm tired of breaking stuff I don't want to break. It's driving me nuts. I need a nap. And by nap, I mean I need just to go back to bed. That's really what it is. I only got... probably got 6 hours of sleep, but it wasn't very good sleep. So, it wasn't as restful as a normal 6 hours would be. Naps are always good, indeed. But when I lay back down, it's gonna be for sleep, not just the nap. I'll be out for the night. And as tired as I feel, I wouldn't be surprised if I really did sleep the whole night too. Yeah, I was up later than I was expecting to be. But, because yesterday, Tired was streaming and he was playing Phasmo, and I joined in and we played till real late, and then after we got done playing, that was Andesite. I recognized that one. After we got done playing, I helped him with some OBS stuff, getting audio sorted out so he can start playing music like I am right now, where it won't go to the VOD. And help them redo scenes. And he mentioned earlier that he got all the scenes done, so... But it was probably after 6 o'clock this morning before we got done talking, and whoops. And then I was really hungry because it had been like 12 hours since I had any food. So I had a bowl of cereal and watched an hour-long video on YouTube. So it was like after 7 o'clock before I crawled in bed, and then I got on my phone and messed around on phone for like another hour. It was probably 8:30 before I put my phone down, and it was probably at least 45 minutes before I actually got to sleep after the fact. So it was probably 9 o'clock or later before I actually got to sleep this morning, and I was awake by 4 o'clock. So that's what, 7 hours total, I guess. But it, like I said, it wasn't very restful. I didn't sleep very well. I know there's some moss, but we're gonna add some more. See, sections like this that are going to be kind of brutal. Then again, this section here will probably have an attraction here in this middle section somewhere, so maybe I'll put like one of the boathouses here, because this would be a good place for a dock, actually. So maybe it won't be that big a deal. Why do I bite off? Why do I bite off way more than I can chew? Like, this is such an enormous project. Why would I ever want to do something so big? That was Podzol. I mean, just look at this place. I had to flatten this whole thing out. Then I place all the grass in and everything. Then I had to build all the roads, and I had to build all these, and now I'm doing all this crap on here. Schlorp, raiding in. Schlorp, thanks so much for that raid. Appreciate you. Let's do the thing here while I'm thinking about it. My brain's not quite all with it tonight, apparently. See, I think that one's it. Yeah, there we go. Guys, if you aren't already following Schlorp, give Schlorp a follow. Schlorp, how was your stream? Tell me the stuff and the things. If you have to raid and run, that's absolutely fine as well. But if you have a chance, what'd you get up to? We're doing a whole bunch of this repetitive nonsense that's making me sleepier than I already am. And making me question my life choices, biting off such massive, insanely huge projects that take years, plural, to do. Hopefully you're doing something that's a little less existential. You streamed yourself watching a hockey game. Nice. What hockey game? Speaking of hockey, I'm wearing a hockey shirt. If it'll focus. If it will focus, please. Please. Thank you. Yep. It's the Blackhawks, for love of God. Stupid background removal. Like, my shirt's not the background. Flyers and Penguins. Nice. Well, obviously I'm a Blackhawks fan, so I have no interest in other teams. But are either of those your team, or you just watching a random game? Flyers are your team? Nice. Philadelphia, right? Like, hockey is like the bottom of the barrel on my... Out of the big four, it's the bottom one. Not that I don't enjoy it. I definitely love hockey. But the hockey games that I watch more often, it's like... When I watch them, it's always the Blackhawks. Or if I go to a game, my city doesn't have an NHL team, so the teams that I watch live when I get the chance, it's been years since I've been to that game in person. But they're I can't ever remember the league because it changes all the time. The team we used to have, the Indiana Ice, they were the USHL, the United States Hockey League. And then I guess they shut down for a while, I guess, to build a new stadium. But I think it's become a permanent shutdown now, because now we have the Indy Fuel. And I think they're... I can't ever remember. Let's look it up, because I can't remember. What league is the Indy Fuel? The Indy Fuel is the ECHL. Whatever that is. ECHL is the Eastern Collegiate Hockey League. And then Indiana Ice. Indiana Ice was a Tier 1 junior hockey team with the United States Hockey League. Let's see, when did they shut down? Their last game was in 2014. Wow, they've been gone a while. Yikes. But anyway, yeah. I haven't been to a game since the Ice was still the team, so it's been since 2014. It's been 10 years since I've been to a hockey game. So that should tell you all you need to know about that. Yeah, I don't watch hockey that often, mostly because I don't really have TV. I have what I can stream, like, for free. So if it's not on something I can stream for free, I don't watch it. Yeah, our local team is the ECHL. But I'm not as all that was to say, my brain squirreled itself around to say, while I enjoy the sport, I don't watch it enough to be familiar with the teams. Like, there's probably 10 or less teams that I can name off the top of my head for the hockey teams. You'll have much better luck with basketball and football and baseball. There are ways to watch games online, cough, cough, totally legal. Oh yeah, trust me, totally legal, 100%, yeah. Probably one of the websites I watch my my old episodes of TV shows and movies on, yeah. It's not illegal at all, no. It's all on the up and up, 100%. Wouldn't dream of doing something illegal. And besides, this day and age, people have spent money on digital copies of things, and then they get told that they no longer have access to those digital copies. So if they weren't smart enough to burn them a copy, or break the DCRM, the fact that it comes with DCRM in the first place, when you purchase something, not rent. It's not like Apple Music or Spotify or something where you're like renting those downloads, you know. These are purchases. And all of a sudden you don't have access, you no longer own something that you purchased. So if we no longer own what we purchased, then piracy is not theft. How can we steal something that we can't own? It's not possible to own it. How can it be stolen? You're straight up saying it's not property. So how can you steal something that you're saying is out of your own mouth? It's not property. That's my opinion. It's either property or it's not. You can't have it both ways, pal. They'll be like, well, it's intellectual property. I'm like, okay. You can call it whatever you want. Property is in the name. That makes it purchasable. If you're revoking my purchase, then you're telling me that it's not actually property. I think that'll do it for this main path. I don't mind the thin spots in it. I really don't. I have to do these paths yet, of course. And then I have to do the new ones that are over there. Do I really want to go over these one more time? Ooh, there's a hole there. Gotta fix that. My guess is it was supposed to be gravel, and it just fell through. Do I really want to do this side too? This side's more done than this one was. I might just leave this one as is. And it makes sense because this is a different side of the river, so it can have different materials in it. That makes sense. Right? I mean, that makes sense to me. Just have to do this little tail. And then I have to build the new paths over here. But yeah, I think this side's done, except for these. I'll do these first. And then once these paths are done, the real fun stuff can start. Then we can start planning out buildings and all that fun stuff. Yeah, for those of you who came in on Schlorp's raid there, if you haven't seen me or what I've been working on before, I can actually show you the entirety of it because I have the entirety of it. Yeah, I'm underneath the corner, aren't I? Yep. We can actually show you the whole project here, because I made a Lightmatica schematic and pasted it on a single player world to work on. This is what we did today. Now on the server, it's already, I already have these roads removed. So I went ahead and removed them over here. There was plots over here. I took them out. One, because if you look at this, it really chokes down on the size right here. And it felt a little cramped. So I took these out. Make GTA 6 in Minecraft. Not hardly. Not hardly. But you can see how it chokes down on the space here. And definitely right here. So that's why I ended up removing these plots. The amount of plots I removed is nuts. There used to be plots here. There used to be a plot here. There used to be a plot here, a plot here, a plot here. This used to be squared off. Pretty sure there used to be a plot here. Maybe, well, maybe not. There were plots all over the place that I shaved off. Let me go on the actual server and show you, because that way you can see the actual work that's been done. I got plenty of, well, I'll be flying around a lot. I'll grab one more stack just to be safe. I will also drop off that stick that I don't need. How's my wings? Wings are good. All right. Let's get some height. And of course it's raining. Let's throw on some shaders while we're at it here. So this south edge here, only the first, only from like maybe right here back is natural. Of course I fell in a hole that I can't jump out of. That's fun. I'm actually trying to find the actual edge. It's going to be very hard because Mac Finn did my terraforming along the edge and did a fantastic job to the point where you can't even tell. But this was all completely flat. It got dug down with the main part of the city here. And I just dug flat into the mountains back here. And then Matt came in. I can't even, honest to God, I can't even tell you how far back it went because I don't remember. It's been a very long time. And Matt came in and terraformed it so the terrain looked natural. And, but it was still empty. And then recently, like maybe 3 or 4-ish months ago, or was it back in summer? It might have been as far back as summertime. I came through, keep in mind, all of this, the entire edge here was empty, just like the rest of the city. I came in and planted all these trees to match the biome that's on the other side of the river here. So birch forest, got birch trees here, dark oak forest, got some dark oak trees here, forest mushrooms included. More birch forest, so that brought over. The dark forest here came down, so I brought that down. More birch forest here, so that came down. Regular forest here, so that came down. Now here, this is just sparse jungle, and those are garbage to look at. So I planted some cherry. I'm gonna expand this the rest of the way around here as well when it's all said and done. I just have to do it. I'm not sure what I'll do on this side. Oh, ad break. Ad breaks. They're always interrupting. They always hit at the worst times. So annoying. And a full minute and a half, too. That's brutal. But back to this. I don't know for sure what I will put on this edge, because this side is jungle, so I don't know if I will bring jungle over here or not. I just don't know. I may just put some grass there and call it a day, and not put any trees there. Because jungle trees are too tall, and it would look very weird to have them crammed on that little shelf. Jas is building a cathedral here. It's slightly phallic at the moment, but that's because the roof isn't on it. If we take a flight down there, well, you can see the trees I placed in, and then the grass, and then of course there's torches under all the moss carpets here to hide them. All the torch spam that's in the middle of all the plots, that'll go away when buildings get added. The buildings will be responsible for lighting up the place. Now, like I said, I was responsible for this section here, and I have opened up the rest of the city for the entire server to come and build whatever they want on. Some people have taken me up on that. Like I said, Jas is building the cathedral. RU built can we see him from here? No, I'll show you those in a second. He built a tower that mimics his base. Is his base on the screen? No, he's over here. He's built underwater base with glass domes, and he built a tower out of domes. An upside down dome at the top, a regular dome at the bottom, and then 2 spheres in the middle. Elle's building some houses up here. This is Elle's actual private house. She actually lives there. She's moved into the city. Jen built the ferry station to carry across the river here to her base. Jen lives up here. And then Pix built this. It's another house. And Pix also, I think I have Pix on here. Yeah, Pix lives over here. Pix doesn't live in this house, I don't think, but she did build this place. Pix, you don't live here, do you? You still live at your other place, I take it, over by the maze. But I don't currently have plans to build anything out here because my mate, you still live in your area. I thought so. But my focus has been solely on getting the downtown done. And as of last week, that house is your unused vacation house. Nice. But as of last Tuesday? Yeah, last Tuesday, I built the last building for the downtown section. So now my focus is solely on the park. You can see the scale of this thing. It's huge. So I have, like I said, it's making me rethink my life choices with the size of this place. That reminds me, I need to remove that plot on the other world. I think I already did, but I need to remind me. I need to check on this plot. It should be gone if it's not. But all these trees were hand placed by me, mushrooms as well. And then I just came around with bone meal, spammed bone meal around to put the grass up, and punched out the 2 talls. I didn't want too many There's probably a handful of 2 talls here and there. But for the most part, it's just single talls. Oh, maybe I haven't gotten around to this side yet. I think I was doing that on the south edge. I just don't think I got up here yet. But Jen built some of these. These ones here are custom, I think. And then I just carried it around. But here's the ferry station that Jen built. Complete with skeleton horses and everything. And frogs. Birch Ferry. But Jen lives just north of here. So we have a ferry carrying us across the river there. And then Pix's house is right over here. Pix's vacation house, that is. And the TARDIS is still here. And that's probably because RU Prime has not been on in a very long time to move it. I think it's high time it's been moved. It's been parked here for far too long. The Doctor would never sit still that long. The Doctor would never sit still that long. Let's move him. But this is Pix's house, and it looks great with shaders. Pix, if you want, I'll come and bury these torches like I have everywhere else. Yeah, it really looks great with shaders on. Check out inside. Campfire puts out a lot of light, actually. And this one torch lights up a lot of space, too. Alright, I'll do that soon, TM. Then you got the rooftop with a hidden bed. Very nice. And then another campfire over here. Pix, are you still gonna decorate this place, or is it done? Because if you're doing anything like me, it's done. If this was my build, it would be done 100%. I mean, you can see, well, no, you can't see, I'm too far north. All of my buildings are completely hollow because I'm too lazy to do decorations. It is done. Gotcha. Unfurnished Stone Mansion by Strange Chemical. Arabic Desert Unfurnished House 2 by Sawake. I don't know how to pronounce that. Where should we move the TARDIS to, though? Yeah, it really looks nice with shaders on. And then here's Elle's place. Elle also plans to build something over here and all the way down this north edge here. But I think she said that this house is finally done. Elle's farmhouse. Take off your shoes. Shoes are off. You don't either. You saw them on GrabCraft and was like, ooh, they will look cool in Metal Slide area. Nice. Well, if you have any more, I mean, I have a whole huge section that needs filled still, so just throwing that out there. But the bedroom, odd arrangement, but okay. Storage room, nicely organized as well. Way better than mine. I have chest monsters everywhere. Nice living room with a doggy, Charlie Cat. A dog named Charlie Cat. Fun. You're still trying to finish the maze for everyone, yeah. But once the maze is done, I mean, no rush. As long as the world exists, the city is open to build in. I'm guessing that's an armor stand thing because it has to be. Music player. Man, Elle went all out with this. Then again, she did move in here. She's actually living here, so that makes sense to have it furnished. Guest room, I'm assuming. Toilet. Kitchen. An upstairs kitchen. That is unusual. I kind of like that. You don't usually see that kind of thing. And then she's got a path down here to the river with a bench. And a boat. But yeah, Elle says she has plans for here and here and here and here and here and here. So Elle's gonna be filling out quite a bit of this northern section. See, she's already claimed them. Where should we put the TARDIS? Where, oh where should I put this? Subway station. What subway station? Subway station. Jen's subway station? I knew I had horses on here. You don't know what it was that popped it? What popped in your head? If you were thinking about these, maybe, but these are just tunnels, the roads. Whoops. There was a wall there. Hmm. I'm gonna put it right here. So when people visit, they can see it. There we go. Anyway, what was I doing? I was showing off the town. I didn't know Schlorp's still here. Yeah, over here with the birch. Cherry is the word I was looking for. Cherry biome. I will be expanding this the rest of the way around here. I may actually just go ahead and expand this all the way around since I don't know what to put here anyway. Maybe I'll do that. But I mean, look at this place, man. I mean, how could you not want more of this? This is awesome. I've been debating throwing some of this into the park itself. But this is not going to be part of the park. This is just going to be green space. Yeah, this all is going to get expanded through here. That's what I was going to do. I was going to show the cathedral. When I showed it on the map, I'm like, it looks kind of phallic, but that's only because the roof isn't done. I'm sure there's going to be, like, dark oak roof here. I'm sure. So this shaft-like structure will be covered, and you won't notice it as much. But, yeah, there's a lot of work just digging this whole area down. Many months of digging. And now I'm another many months of doing all this, and then another many months of doing this. Why do I bite off huge projects like this? I mean, look at all this stuff I have to fill in and, like, do. And, now, Schlorp, if you are still here, I can show you the, inspiration for this park. I'm gonna go ahead and land. Hey, there's the trap in use right there. If you have another portal, I highly recommend having one of these. And, if you make these path blocks or like mud blocks or whatever, you can just put hoppers underneath them and then passive gold while you're killing the pigmen. Yeah, here's my storage. Somewhat organized, and then not so much. Also, I've heard people have been making donations already to the Leaf Fund. Wow. Nice. Nice. Very nice. I appreciate all the help, everybody, because, I mean, you see what I'm working with. And when you see the inspiration, you'll understand why I need so many leaves. You're trying to gather some spruce leaves for you, too. I appreciate it. Because I got spruce leaves for the bushes here, but the biggest one is going to be this one tree right here. This is going to be the spruce user for the most part. But you can see why I need so much dark oak, because this tree is all dark oak. This tree is all dark oak. This one, the big one here, it's dark oak and spruce. This one is dark oak. This one is birch. So you can see why I need so much more dark oak. But this one tree type here needs an entire shulker box of leaves. It's like 2/3 dark oak and 1/3 spruce. I haven't actually done the math on it, I don't think. Let's do the math on it. Let's find out. Let's see. About right here. And about right here. Did that get it all? Barely. Barely. But barely is enough. Distribution. Actually, the reason I'm saying dark oak is because, technically speaking, it uses regular oak. However, the texture is identical for oak and dark oak. And you get more leaves off of a dark oak tree than you do off of a regular oak tree. So I say dark oak to make life easier for everybody. So I'm going to replace oak leaves with dark oak leaves. And you can see right there, there's 835 of them. So let's do a distribution. 835 dark oak. So 835 divided by 64. That is 13 stacks. 13 stacks of dark oak. And 798 spruce divided by 64. That is another 12 and a half. So that's 26 stacks, which is basically a full shulker box. So you can see how and why I need so many, because this one tree, we can clear that selection now, by the way. That one tree is in this park 4 times. And to maintain the density, my park is literally 10 times the size, so I'll have to do 40 of those. So 40 times 13. 40 trees. I said 40 trees. And there was, what, 13 stacks of dark oak? So that's 520 stacks of dark oak. 520 stacks divided by 27. That's 20 boxes of dark oak leaves just for this one type of tree. And that's assuming I only do 40 of them. I might end up needing more. Well, I won't know until I start placing the trees in. Much less that one that's all dark oak. That one that's dark oak and spruce as well. That one that's all dark oak. That one's birch. You know, so these, I forgot this one also had spruce in it. But I won't need as much birch because this one here is the only one that needs birch. There are more of these, but they're also much smaller. Don't think I'm on the fence about using this one. This one was not in the park originally, but I do like how it looks. So I may throw that one in there too, and that would be more spruce as well. I won't be using that one. I don't have a need for those. I don't think anyway. It's an option if I change my mind, but I'm currently not planning on using those. But yeah. Basically a shulker box per tree. Much less this one. How much does this one have in it? Let's do it this way because it'll be faster. Okay, we will replace those oak. There's 338. Let's calculate that first. 338, 64, 5.5 stacks per tree. Let's see the density on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of these. There'd be 50 of those. So 5.5 times 50. That's 275 stacks. 275 stacks divided by 27. There's 10 shulker boxes. Over 10 shulker boxes just for that tree. And that's assuming we maintain this exact density and then we don't need to add more. And this one here this one's a big one too. Actually, while I got that, let's replace oak leaves with dark oak leaves while I'm thinking of it. Go ahead and do that. 619 in this one. 619 divided by 64. That's 10 stacks. Let's round that up to 10 stacks. And there's, I think, 5 or 6 of these. Maybe 4. 4 or 5, probably. Let's see. It's the spidery looking one. There's 1. 2. Or was that the same one? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I already count this one? It's either 5 or 6. Let's call it 5 to be safe. So there's another, 50 stacks. So that's a couple boxes just for that. Well, it has to be more than that, right? Ten times 5 would be 50. 50 stacks. That'd be 2 boxes. Either way, it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. You can see the dilemma I have with this. Because I'm assuming a minimum of 10 times the number here. It's probably going to be more. Because the last time I measured this, let's measure it now. Let's get the scale on here. 3.6. 3.6. We'll put it right here in the corner. And I will roughly... I'm going to landmark it with my third monitor above here. How far over does it come? It comes over right to that button there. All right, so 3.6. And now let's go back to the regular city. 3.6 for scale. We'll put that corner right there. So the park would come over to right here. This is as far over as it would come. From this edge here, it'll come over to right about here. This is as wide as it is, and right about here it trails off this way. So you got one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chunks. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4. Of course, you gotta realize it slices this way, so you can technically take one of these in this shape here and flip it around and have it come down this way and go this way. So right there's 2 of them. You can fit 4 there, and then a 5th one there, a 6th one there, 7 and 8 here. There's a 9th one there. Probably a 10th one here, and then 11 and 12 over here. So yeah, 12 times the size, actually. because if I hadn't expanded this area here and expanded this area here, it wouldn't have been quite as big. But it's like 12 times the size, give or take. It's just such a much larger area. I have more area to, because some of these areas are going to be open, you know, because there's going to be stuff there. But some areas like this, I can tell you right now, this little center of this loop, that's going to be dense with trees, because there's nothing that would really fit in there, attraction wise. So that's going to be a dense little patch of trees there. There might be a dense patch of trees here or a playground. There'll probably be a playground there, honestly. I'll probably put a playground in here and then have this be dense with trees on this skinnier area here. This area might be dense with trees. So it all depends on the density need more than anything. So, but I'm just guesstimating at this point. Well, I kind of got the steam taken out of me. I got a lot done though. All I have left to do on this side is these little side trails here. These little side trails here. I wish you could fly faster in creative mode. If I had the essentials plugin for servers, I could change my fly speed. But I don't, unfortunately. And then I'll have these paths here to build from scratch. I have the layout roughed in. I will probably end up building... Well, maybe not. Because what I'll probably end up doing, I'll probably just connect this up right here and have an entrance here and an entrance there. So if you want to go across, you just step out and walk around. I was gonna say might build another footbridge here, but probably not. I will be building another footbridge somewhere though. In the middle part here where it's huge, it's gonna be docks, and you'll take boats to get across. Right here, I can almost guarantee you I will end up putting a footbridge in right here at this narrow spot. In fact, let me mark that while I'm thinking of it. Footbridge. But I did get some progress done today. I got these new paths all done. Not they're big paths, but I got these all done. They look great. At least I think they do. They look great to me. I went through and I did this, gave these the treatments. So I just have to build these, give these the once over, and then give the entirety one final once over just to make sure. And then we can start placing buildings and features and the other stuff. So I will probably do these paths off stream, because I know it was very boring tonight, because it was boring for me to do. So I can't imagine how much more boring it would be to watch. But next time will be a little bit more interesting. We're going to be planning the buildings next time, because when I start, all these paths will be done and we can start planning. Where's the barbecue pits going? Where's the docks going? Where are the boat rental places going? Where are the food carts going? Where are the benches going? All the fun stuff will start next time. But it is 11:15 my time. So I am going to wrap things up for the evening. We drag this down here. Let's find someone to raid out to. Griffin Prime is live on a Monday. or Skyblock. Guess where we're going, guys? Ooh, Cat's on too. And Cat hasn't streamed in a while. Oh. And Eunice is on. Damn. I'm used to having too few choices, not too many choices. I don't have a die, or I would. Either way, I'm gonna drop a lurk on these guys because, of course. Cat's just starting. Griffin's been on for 2 hours, really. I'm gonna take the opportunity to raid into Griffin because I very extremely ever rarely stream on a weekend. Cat, I know Cat's been away, so this is Cat's first stream in a while, but Cat streams throughout the week, so I'll have many more opportunities to raid into Cat than I will Griffin. So we're gonna raid into Griffin while I have that opportunity. Please drag down here. Thank you so much. We are going to start this raid to Monsieur Griffon Prime. So I have a new, I got a new thing done. I only have to do this once, and boom, both of them pop up. I have it set up so my subscriber raid message looks like it's being sent by myself, but that's strictly so the emotes show up when it gets sent. It doesn't bother me at all that it's not the bot that sent it. I mean, the bot did send it, but it looks like I sent it. Anyway, if you have my emotes, grab that first raid call there with my derpy face and my dog making that little face where he's showing his little toofs. And if you don't have my emotes, grab the second one. It's got your standard raid emotes there from Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the music because it's kind of distracting, not gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna raid into Griffin. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. My next stream may be tomorrow, it may be Thursday.
Hey, it's okay. You know why? I don't want to do business with you deadbeats anyway. Thank you.
There you go, Pix. Raid's hitting. I'll see you guys either Thursday or Friday. One of the two. Not sure which. But thanks for hanging out, guys. See you next time.